Literacy in the 21st century is the ability to use reading to gain access to the world of knowledge, to synthesize information from different sources, to evaluate arguments, and to learn new subjects. Advanced literacy requires readers not only to decode and decipher words on a page, but also use their accumulating knowledge to assess, evaluate, and synthesize information. These higher level skills are now essential for things including success in education, whether vocational or academic, success in a career, and to participate in society, democracy, and healthcare. The literacy challenges confronting children, their families, and schools in the United States has two parts. The first is the universal need to better prepare students for 21st century literacy demands. The second is the specific need to reduce the disparities in literacy outcomes from children of different cultural backgrounds, as well as those from lower socioeconomic levels. The National Center for Education Statistics 2019 graphic depicts reading proficiency levels in 2019 in California and the United States as a whole. As shown by the reading assessment, 35% of fourth grade students in the United States scored below basic on reading assessments, and 31% scored basic. Similarly, in California, in fourth grade, 37% of students scored below basic, and 30% scored basic. Although a basic level indicates some level of literacy skills, it is not considered proficient or fully literate. This level of illiteracy continues into high school, higher education, and creates alarming equity concerns. There are several inequities that are apparent when analyzing the 2019 NCES California Literacy Scores data. These scores determined that Black students had an average literacy score that was 37 points lower when compared to white students. Hispanic students had an average score that was 27 points lower when compared to white students. Female students in California had an average score that was 10 points higher than male students. Students who were eligible for the National Schools Lunch Program or free and reduced lunch had an average score that was 31 points lower compared to students who were not eligible. So why does analyzing fourth grade literacy levels and identifying the equity issues relating to illiteracy matter? Illiteracy has lifelong impacts. Illiterate or functionally illiterate individuals are more likely to leave school without a diploma, be unemployed, have a lower income and lower quality job, live in poverty, be incarcerated, where it is estimated that close to 2/3 of students who lack proficient reading skills by the end of fourth grade end up in jail or on welfare, and that 85% of youth who are involved in the juvenile court system are classified as functionally illiterate. About 70% of inmates in the United States prisons can't read above a fourth grade level. Illiterate or functionally illiterate individuals have limited ability to obtain needed information, reduced access to higher education, lifelong learning opportunities, professional development, and trainings, difficulty navigating school and work, decreased access to healthcare, government, community resources, and needed services. Research continually demonstrates that these consequences disproportionately impact BIPOC and high poverty communities. So, what are some causes of illiteracy? Research demonstrates that out of school factors is one cause. When U.S. children enter school, their reading skills vary widely by their socioeconomic status, race and ethnicity, and immigrant status. Because some literacy gaps exist before children enter school, some disparities arise from conditions outside of schools. These factors may include differences in parenting, parents' educational level and occupation, language spoken at home, students' first language, differences in culture from the dominant culture, child's access to high-quality early education, as well as access to other educational experiences. Research also demonstrates that neurobiological factors may play a role in literacy. A specific learning disability in reading, commonly referred to as dyslexia, is characterized by difficulties with accurate and/or fluent word recognition and by poor spelling and decoding abilities. These difficulties typically result in various brain patterns that impact phonological and orthographic processing. Neurological research shows that dyslexia is a real condition and that scientists have been able to locate unique identifiers not only in different areas of the brain and how they function, but also in variation of important chemicals in the brain and in the way brain cells communicate with each other. Scientists have also discovered that the structure of some of the genes are likely to play a role in dyslexia. Finally, research demonstrates that lack of access to effective reading instruction may also impact illiteracy. Learning to teach reading, oral language, and written expression is a very complex undertaking. Not all teachers have adequate training in how to implement evidence-based strategies to support students in the improvement of their literacy skills. This leads to inequitable access to effective reading instruction for all students. It is imperative that all educators feel confident implementing research-based instructional practices to support literacy development. All districts, schools, and educators have the responsibility to support students' improved literacy. Improved literacy outcomes for all students is a collective effort.